So it's not beach club. It's
What is up, guys, and thanks for tuning in to Vitamin D TV. I'm Vitamin D, and today we're here at Leon Brooks Hines Lake. So Leon Brooks Hines is just past the Florida-Alabama line. It's right in Alabama. It's a state-owned lake that is ran by a fine group of people. It's my first time out here, and I cannot wait to fish it. So there is a bass tournament going on that I did happen to enter. Let's get out there. If you guys got time, sit down. And let's go fish and see if we can't catch a few. Let's go. Climb inside of this old girl. Alright guys, so before we get into this video, I want to go ahead and break down what you guys are about to witness. So I set out to go to this lake and fish. A lot of people have been telling me about this lake, and they've been telling me how great the fishing is. So there's some really good fishing at this lake. I don't doubt it. There's pictures to prove it. If you guys want to see, check these pictures out right here. As you guys can see, there's just big bass after big bass posted on this wall. And there's also things like crappie as well as big catfish inside this lake. So I don't doubt that there's good bass in there, and I'm pretty sure they're plentiful. But I set out and I had quite the adventure, I guess you would call it. So we put in, and some crazy things happened. So I've been telling you guys about how my kayak has been down for a few weeks. Now you guys have to keep in mind that I shot this video a couple weeks ago, and I'm just now releasing it to you guys. So I did go into work, and I did some overtime today, so I wasn't able to fish today. We'll be going out tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be back on schedule as far as posting our normal fishing stuff. But you guys check out this footage and tell me what you think. Alright guys, let's get kicked off. A weird turn of events already. As you can see, I am paddling by hand. That is not what I anticipated on doing, but sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. So my kayak actually has a pedal drive. It drops right in right there, but I was so excited last night, I ended up leaving it at home, which is insane. That's my first time ever doing that, and man, hopefully that's not a sign of how the day is gonna go, but we will make the most of it, and we're gonna get fishing here in a few minutes. I was tipped off by the owner of the bait shop, and that's who told me where some of the good spots are. So we're gonna head on over to this spot first, and we're gonna see if we can't get fishing. Y'all stay tuned. All right guys, let's go ahead and get casting. It's like a stump or log or something right here. Tree or something. Already I can tell you I don't like paddling by hand. That is not my ideal way of getting around in this yak. Got some activity right here. We got fish busting up top right here, guys. We're just walking the dog with this spook. Nothing there. Check this out. Little crawfish. That's good to know.
You know what I mean? Because there's still water in here. So if it was leaking, that water would have been gone.
And then it just falls straight through. That's like a scupper hole.
You plugged this before, it looks like. Oh no, that's just...
Well, I've plugged under my seat.
Well, see, that's just a scupper hole, man. That ain't gonna matter if water gets up in there.
Yeah, I've flex sealed under my seat just to, because these first edition Hobies,
yeah,
they crack right there, and that's like a known thing.
Crack there.
Yeah, I gotta redo that.
Feel that.
No, but I've been yakking with it like that for a long time,
Oh, okay.
and it's never taken on water like this.
Really?
Never. I mean, that's nuts. Guys, you are not gonna believe this. You guys are not gonna believe this, but so I get here, right? I park, my truck's over here. I park my truck, I unload my kayak, I drop it in right here. I forget my drive. I noticed that I forgot my drive. Fast forward, the guy who owns the bait shop told me that he'll loan me his kayak paddle. He loaned me this paddle right here. So I get in, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to paddle around. I make my way straight across the lake. That's where he told me to fish first. He told me to go straight across, fish this point, and then work back there. And then if nothing's happening back there, come back over here. That was the plan. Well, I'm over there fishing and I hear some trickling noise. It's just trickling, trickling, trickling. Just a constant stream of trickling water. I noticed that the kayak's sitting lower than normal, so I decided to check up where my cooler is in my cubby. Once I checked that, I noticed there was a lot of water inside the kayak. I didn't freak out because the kayak slowly takes on water because it's so old. It's like a 2012. But dude, I just found the holes. We just found the holes. And my kayak has been leaking bad. And I know what it's from. Check this out. Look at these holes, guys. So these are holes. And I know what they're created from. Those holes are created from the beach wheels that I bought for my kayak, so I can roll my kayak through sand. And I was just in my kayak in the Gulf of Mexico 2 weeks ago, and I could have sank. I probably dumped water 5-6 times while I was out there for a few hours, but I just thought that I had slow leaks somewhere. Holy crap. You know, because it says to drop them in right there.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't think about, you know, rounding those pipes off, those two beams that go up under.
It might not look pretty.
That's the last thing I'm worried about.
Who sees that underneath there anyway, right?
All right. This thing's a 2012, I believe.
Stupid wheels. But dude, they're a lifesaver, man.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're very convenient, but it's not worth the cost you damaging your kayak. All right, so as you guys can see, the kayak is in rough shape right now. But I do have some stuff on the way in order to patch those holes up for good. Hopefully it holds. I know there's different ways that you can weld the plastic. I found quite a few holes in the kayak that I wasn't too happy about, and hopefully we can get those resolved so we can put this baby back in the water and get back to doing those offshore trips, catching red snapper and things like that. It's like prime time to be out there fishing right now, so I'm really eager to get this thing back in the water. Also, I wanted to show you guys some footage of a fishing trip that I did in my John boat, where I went out to Perdido River and I went up this creek that a guy from work had been telling me about. He's been telling me to go up this creek and what bait to use that he used to use back in the day. And now we get suggestions all the time, but something crazy happened when I went up this creek, and I gotta tell you, things got interesting. But check this out, guys. Starting to get a little cold. Haven't had a bite in a long time. Starting to wonder if I should go back to the main lake, the main river, and fish that, or if this rain doesn't subside, might have to call it. I'd like to make a video out of this, but can't make a video with no fish. Right now I'm fishing top water in the rain. So this is a double prop bait. It's a stick bait, but it has props on the front and rear of it. And all you do is you just snap it across the water, and those props create like a big splash. And it pretty much calls the fish up to the top, gets their attention. Even in this rain, it should be able to call them up top, should be able to get their attention. We're getting pretty far on up here in the river, so I don't see why this stuff isn't pressured like everything else. Should be able to get some kind of bite. I say should, but nothing's guaranteed, nothing's promised. Nothing is ever promised. I gotta give it to the weatherman though. The weatherman has been wrong a lot lately. And when I say a lot, I mean like every day. If they say it's gonna rain, it doesn't rain all day. If they say it's not gonna rain, you have this. Maybe I need to start looking at different weather apps or something. Oh my God! Oh my God, I got a nice fish. That is a tank. Oh my God, that fish. He's got me wrapped up. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. That is a huge bass. He's on there, but he's wrapped up. Oh my God, dude. I still see him. I still see him. I see my lure too. He's under this limb. There's a huge limb right here. God dang it. Man, that fish is still on there, guys. I cannot lose this fish. Oh, I see the lure. Is the fish on there? I don't think the fish is on there no more. Nope, I don't think the fish is on there no more. Dang it. Oh, I lost a huge bass, man. Oh, I'm talking a huge bass. Oh man, my line is frayed up. That was a huge bass. Especially for a river bass. That thing was 5 or 6 pounds. Unreal. Just lost a huge bass, man. A huge bass. In the rain on a topwater. That thing exploded on it. I was thinking about giving up, but I think I'm gonna keep going. This rain hasn't fired up. Well, it had that fish fired up. Let's just say that. Wow. How crazy was that? Man, I was pretty upset that I lost that good fish, but hey, that's all part of fishing. And I want you guys to know that even though we go fishing and sometimes we don't hook up or land any fish, that's all part of the sport, you know. I like to be posting videos where I'm just killing them every single time. But if you guys have been here a while, you guys know that I post the most real fishing videos that you can possibly think of. It's not always just about catching. Sometimes it's about taking you guys on that adventure with me. I like to take you guys from the beginning all the way to the end of the adventure with me. And some of you guys appreciate that. Anyways, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for staying here, rocking with me on the channel. We're up to almost 9,000 subscribers. I couldn't be more thankful. Hey, you guys keep hitting that subscribe button, keep hitting that like button for me, and we're gonna get to 10K hopefully before the summer's over. So hey, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're gonna have some giveaways coming for you guys also. You guys know I like to do those giveaways to give back to my subscribers. So hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. We'll be fishing tomorrow and get you guys some more content, all right? If you guys haven't, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm Vitamin D for Vitamin D TV, and I'm out. So as you guys can see, this is what cut the holes in the bottom of my kayak. That's a pretty nasty edge on that thing right there. But we'll get it fixed and we'll get it back in the water.